What is up, you guys? Diggerdan here, coming at you with another video. This time doing something a little different for the channel. Video I haven't done personally before. Doing a reading update and then a December TBR for the month of December. So, and if you don't know, TBR stands for to be read. So basically it's just a list of books I plan on reading for the month of December. So yeah, without further ado, let's dig into it. I guess I want to start this by prefacing saying that I had a goal this year for the year of 2023 to read 35 books for the month or for the entire year, which I know isn't really crazy for a lot of you bookworms. Some of you guys are knocking out one a week, getting that 52, or even two a week, getting up to like that 100 number. That's crazy. I wish I had enough time and attention span to get to 100. But I'm barely gonna make the 35. Currently, as of recording this video on November 27th, on Monday, I'm at 29 books, so I'm a couple books behind. So I have 6 books I gotta read, and I plan on finishing 2 books this week, leaving me 4 for December. So I'm currently reading The Gathering Storm, Wheel of Time number 4. Wow. Wheel of Time number 12. I don't know why I have 4 on the brain, which has been amazing. I'm about halfway through, or a little over halfway. I think I have like 330 pages, something like that, to read, which is a whole novel in itself, depending what you're reading. Been reading this. This has been a lot of fun. And then I'm also currently reading Murtagh, Christopher Paolini's newest book, and I'm most of the way through that one. I got another like 100 pages, 110 pages on that one. And this one's been a little disappointing. This one's been a little more of a slog than I thought it was going to be. But I'll talk about that in my Murtagh review, hopefully in my next episode, if I can read this by then. So reading these 2 currently, so that would be book 30 and 31, again leaving me 4 books for the month of December. And then this is the stack I decided, because I still wanted... We'll kind of go through this, but you'll see it's kind of all over the place. I'll just start off the top with The Book Thief. This is one I have never read. I remember I had friends in middle school, high school, or middle school I think is more when this was big. They read this and they loved it, and they always told me to read it, and I just never got around to it because I was really into like dragons and fantasy, sci-fi, things like that. And then by the time I really kind of got around and thought about reading this, I kind of fell out of love with reading at the time. And I got this secondhand, I think. Either this or it was in like a box of books at my parents' house that they let me take. I can't remember. One of the two. But either way, I got this free or very cheap. And I kind of want to read this. Kind of has almost a palate cleanser in between a bunch of big fantasy stuff. Even though I still love the fantasy stuff and I really want to... I have a huge backlog of fantasy I need to get through, but this is just kind of a good one-off. I feel like I could just knock out kind of low commitment for the end of the year. So that's why I chose Book Thief. And then next is Inheritance Games. I know this one's more of, again, kind of young adult or YA book. It's kind of, I think it's like a murder mystery something. I'm not entirely sure. But I know Book Talk liked this when it first came out, and I got this secondhand, again, really cheap. And this, I know this is in a trilogy, but I only have this first book, and again, the other 2 weren't there at the thrift store, or else I probably would have gotten all 3. But again, I can't complain just getting the first one. So I'm going to read it, see if I like it, and then maybe I'll get the other 2. Again, this one's kind of low commitment, pretty easy read. I think this is only like 300 some pages. Yeah, like 370 pages. So, and they're big words. It's not like Wheel of Time where it's like Bible thin pages and it's like size 6 font where it's as many words on the page as possible and it's still 800 pages, excuse me. This one I think will be a quick read, easy read, and hopefully enjoyable too. I always like a good mystery. And next is Vince Flynn, American Assassin number 1. I know I've talked about Vince Flynn a couple of my book hauls because I've read this one years ago, back like freshman year of college. One of my friends from high school lent it to me. and I read it like over Easter break. And at that point I wasn't really reading any books for fun, and he loved it, and this is again was kind of one of the books that helped me fall in love with reading again. In college, or even more at the tail end of college, I kind of fell in love with it a lot more. But I remember really liking this, and I haven't read it since. And I've slowly been collecting some Vince Flynn or Mitch Rapp books secondhand, and so I just want to kind of jump back into that. So yeah, this is book number 3, and then the last, kind of sticking with can't have TBR and not read any fantasy, right? So and if you watched, I think it was my last haul, I talked about how I got this book while I was on vacation in Mackinac Island with my wife. But yeah, this is Trust the Emerald Sea, Brandon Sanderson's secret project number 1 that came out this year from the year of Sanderson. And then these are great one-offs from what I've heard, and it's still in the realm of the Cosmere, but you don't have to read it. I don't know. But I haven't read any Cosmere or anything. The only thing I've read from Brandon Sanderson, aside from the current Wheel of Time book I'm reading, is Legion, or the... Let me grab it. Let me show you. Yeah, so the only other Brandon Sanderson book I've read before reading this Wheel of Time even is this book, Legion, The Many Lives of Stephen Leeds. And this is basically 3 short stories together, like 3 novellas to basically make a longer novel. And this was really fun and interesting. And I read this, I think, last January, so it's almost been a full year now. But yeah, so this, and this will technically be my second Brandon Sanderson novel, if you don't include Wheel of Time, but you should. So I guess my third. So yeah, I'm really excited to jump into this one, again, because it's in the Cosmere, but also it's still kind of fantasy. And yeah, so again, that'd be 1 book per week, and if by some miracle, with the holidays coming up, I rip through that, that'll probably keep trucking along with Wheel of Time, number 13, because I just have, once I'm done with Gathering Storm, I just have Towers of Midnight, and then I always forget the title of the last one, but then book 14, and then I'm done with Wheel of Time, and it kind of is crazy, because I've been reading Wheel of Time for almost a year and a half now, and I've loved every minute of it, so kind of sad to see that coming to an end, but I'm still glad that I have 2.5 books to get through, and then I can still read New Spring, which is that prequel book, but I know that's really short, so yeah, that's my TBR for December. What do you guys think? Have you read any of these? What do you think about them? Any stinkers that you think I should avoid? Any ones that are really good that you recommend? Yeah, just wanted to get this quick video in here, just before the end of the year, before the holidays rip off. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.